The air was scorching hot and the summer was blinding bright, but still many days were spent outside in the daylight. It was summertime, so the water was warm, yet it was cool, so the kids wouldn't miss an opportunity to play. They would swim, laugh, and splash around all day. We spent time at the beach and played in the waves while building sandcastles during our stay. When it was time to go, they begged to come back for another vacay. We celebrated birthdays and partied all night, but eventually we had to say goodnight and turn off the light. We had so much fun in the summer sun. It's one of our favorite times of year, but now we know that the time has come. The season is changing and there's a slight chill in the air, and so it began. The leaves have started to fall. The colors are changing too, for they're no longer vibrant green. That's when we knew that it was nature's call. The pumpkins are almost fully grown, the days are shorter, and the trees are barren. As they lay on the ground, they've all turned brown, orange, yellow, and red. That's when we knew that it was time to decorate for autumn and put summer to bed.
Hi guys, how are you guys doing? If you don't know, my name is Shelly. Thank you so much for stopping by. Welcome to my channel. This is my yearly clean, decorate, and DIY for fall video. I hope that you find some inspiration and motivation from this video, and just know that it's never too late. I'm always late to the game. So I'm finally able to get this done, and I'm actually excited, and I'm actually getting it done before October 1st. I already did do all of my DIYs, but you'll notice that this video is not in sequence. This video did take me several days to put together because I had to do multiple trips to the Dollar Tree, and I did a lot of my DIYs last week, so I'm gonna implement those here and there as I'm decorating.
So let's go ahead and start off with the things that I found at Dollar Tree. You'd be surprised on what you can find there. They have a really good selection of different flowers, including Halloween flowers and stuff. Stay tuned, I have plenty of things coming up for Halloween as well. But usually right in front of the shop, they always have all of these leaves and flowers and bouquets and stuff like that. I wouldn't say that they're necessarily cost effective, but they sure are pretty and very useful. They also have lots and lots of stickers and decals to work with when you're crafting things. I really love this little set. I actually bought it, but I didn't use it this time. But they have an array of leaves and flowers and little decals with letterings and stuff like that. So make sure to check out Crafter Square. They have tons of things for you to work with. I love coming here before I go anywhere else. I will say that these stickers are pretty affordable considering you can go to Walmart or Michael's and pay more than that. Just make sure to take your time and sort through all of them. Sometimes they can get mixed up, so you have to kind of go through all of them to find the ones you're looking for. When Dollar Tree first started bringing in all of these wooden pieces, they didn't have nearly as much as they have now. Ever since they increased the price to $1.25, they brought in a lot of better quality things and thicker pieces of wood, planks, and all kinds of stuff for you to work with. I love coming to the Crafters Square Center. They always have new things, and I was able to use a little bit of imagination to put some cool things together. I also really like that they have glue sticks here. They didn't used to supply these, but now they brought them in, and they even have them in different sizes. So run to Dollar Tree for all of your decorating and crafting needs. Especially if you're like me and you live in an area where this is all that you have available to you. Most likely they're going to have everything that you need, and it's just more convenient and easy for you, so you don't have to waste time and money driving out to the nearest Walmart or craft store. All of my DIYs that I'm showing you in this video today are all made using nothing but Dollar Tree items or things that I already had on hand. So here's a little sneak peek for you guys, and I'll get to showing you how I do these throughout the video. I really hope that you enjoyed today's video. All of these DIYs did not take me very long to put together. I'm not the craftiest person, so these were very easy, and it took minimal effort and time to put them all together. But this is also a clean and decorate video as well. So as I'm putting up all of my decorations, I want to make sure to wipe down any dust before I start setting up. I'm also using a lot of last year's decorations and incorporating things that I've been collecting throughout the last couple of years. So if a lot of these things look similar or familiar to you, well, thank you so much for coming back and joining for this year's DIY Clean and Decorate with me.
Holding tight to family, looking in your eyes, and I feel that I could stay a while. Taking all we planned and building it up again, and I see what will be for you and I won't give you up, never let you go, never letting go.
As I was browsing through Walmart, I saw this cute little pumpkin topiary. That one is more Halloween, but I thought maybe I could make one for fall and I could dress it up for Halloween if I really wanted to. So I found some pumpkins in my stash and I took the stems off so that I can easily stack them together, and all I used was just some hot glue and I created a topiary with 3 pumpkins. I also had this scarf. I'm sure that they still have scarves like this at Dollar Tree right now. You could probably find them, but I had this one on hand. So I cut it in half and I tied it around the top. And I had already had those little mini little wicker brooms that are scented like cinnamon. I was really surprised that they actually still smell like cinnamon even though they've been sitting in my storage for over a year. But then I just stuffed it with some moss and I added some of these random leaves that come in a package all on their own. And I made sure to skewer the pumpkins into some styrofoam so that they would sit in there and not fall off this little metal looking planter. And then I just decorated it with some lettering and some stickers, and there you go. It's an easy, simple way to make a topiary. I also had this little bow on hand and I skewered that in as well, and it looks super cute. I actually like this one so much that I decided to make a second one, and you'll see that one later on. When Emily came to see what I was making, she's like, "Oh Mom, you made a pumpkin snowman." I was like, yeah, it does kind of look like a pumpkin snowman, doesn't it? Just to give you a little idea of a price comparison to make these little topiaries, the one from Walmart that I found was $14.97. And I also looked on the Walmart website to find one kind of similar to the one that I made right now. They're charging $112.98. But because I already had most of this stuff on hand from last year, I only spent $6.25 for added materials from the Dollar Tree to make 2 of these topiaries. Moving on to my second DIY, I really liked this gather little plank here. So I picked up 2 other planks that have little pumpkin holes on the tops here. I'm going to actually use this as the side of my little basket that I'm making, and all I'm using is just a X-Acto knife or a utility knife that I found from the Dollar Tree. You guys, they're not the best quality, but they will do in a pinch. I probably will later on invest in better ones, but for now these ones work just fine. These wooden pieces are pretty thin, so you don't need any more than a utility knife or an X-Acto knife to cut these. And then I'm just using some hot glue to glue all the pieces together. I did do this wrong. Some of the pieces are not exactly the same size either, so take that into consideration. But these are just props. They're not like actual functional planters, so you don't have to be too critical with your measurements and how well you put this together. It's gonna look fine. You're not gonna put anything in it that's too heavy, and it's not gonna fall apart on you. Just make sure that you secure it with plenty of hot glue, including the inside of your little basket here. You can find these beads all on their own, but I actually saved these from another project you're gonna see later on. So I just took those and I put them onto a piece of string and used them as decoration pieces in the little holes, so that those little holes weren't really that noticeable and they didn't look like they were out of place. Like I said, all of the stuff that I'm using here is all from Dollar Tree, including these little tiny motifs, the styrofoam pieces that are down below, and the candles. I probably should have grabbed the larger votives here, but I'm not actually going to be lighting these candles. I'm actually going to be using string lights to illuminate this little basket, so I'm not too worried about it. The lights will make it look like the candles are lit, so I kind of like that. But if you do want to actually light your candles, you're going to want to get larger motifs and you're going to want to get taller candles for this project. I didn't grab any inspiration for this project, but I did try to look around on Google to find something similar, and I found one from Home Depot for $63.98, and it doesn't even include the candles. You guys, I only purchased 9 new items for this project, so it only cost me $11.25. And you can customize this to match any theme or to match any of your color decor. This is when I stopped decorating for the day because I really didn't have anything else to decorate with. I ran out of supplies, surprisingly.
So I did go off to Walmart and I picked up a bunch of stuff, and I was actually really surprised that they still had some things on hand. You know what's funny is I don't know what's going on this year, but it seems like this year they're not really supplying the decor. Even the Dollar Tree seemed like they weren't really stocking the shelves like they did last time. But every time I go back, there's always new things or more things stocked on the shelf. So maybe they're just slowly throwing things on the shelf little by little as things get bought, and then they restock it with new things. I found a lot of good things. So let's go ahead and show you what I found at Walmart today. You're not going to find things at Walmart like you would find at the Dollar Tree. They're going to have different items. And honestly, I would say that you're going to get a better deal or more things to work with. That is a lot different than Dollar Tree. Not to say that Dollar Tree doesn't have good things, but like I said, you're just going to find things that you wouldn't find there. So they do have a 98-cent box. And so I was able to find these little stems with acorns and these little buds. They did have this little harvest pack as well that has some leaves and a pine cone. I really like the pine cone for this time of year. They also have a box full of these pumpkin stems. I thought they were super cute, so I got one in each color, and these were $2.98. They also have a bunch of pumpkins. You can find these at Dollar Tree too, but I think you get a good deal here. It's $2.98 for a few pumpkins. You get some pine cones and a couple of leaves. So I got 2 packs of those with different types of pumpkins. And then I found these. I thought they were really pretty. These ones were for $2.28, so you get like a little leaf bouquet with a sunflower. I think they're really pretty, so I got a couple in each color. You could also look in their other box that's for $1.24. You're not going to find stuff like this at the Dollar Tree. Like I said, this is $1.24. Everything at Dollar Tree is $1.25. So you're getting some cute things for the same price. So I bought a bunch of these sunflowers because I really love the sunflower look. It reminds me of my sister. And then this was super cute. They had bigger ones, but I only wanted the little one, and this one went for $4.98, and that's not bad. And it sits up. And so I bought this pumpkin. I don't know if I'm actually going to do this or not. I bought this pumpkin. This one was $7.44, but you could sit them on the pumpkin. And then I also picked up this floral bowl that has sunflowers and cute little decorative accent pieces. I thought that would look really pretty.
I know that I said that everything from the Dollar Tree is $1.25. I literally just mean mine because we are in a small town, so our Dollar Tree hasn't brought in the $3 and $5 section yet. But I do hope that they do bring in those sections soon because I feel like it would open up a lot of opportunities for us. But until then, I'm just glad that I actually have one in my town. But I also want to mention that I did pick up these string lights from Walmart. They have little pumpkins on them. I thought that it would look really cute on this tree. And like I said before, I really enjoy adding little pieces of Halloween with my fall decor because I kind of feel like it matches the season. But this is just your friendly reminder to pick up any batteries in AAA and AA. You're probably also going to want to get string lights or indoor wire or rope lights to finish off all of your decorational pieces.
I wanna see the sunset over the ocean, feel warm sand between my toes and have my heart stolen.
As I was browsing through Dollar General, I happened to find this wreath, and although it's really pretty, I didn't really want to spend $20 on it, so I thought that I would make it myself. Now, I've never ever made a wreath on my own, so I have no clue what I'm doing. I'm just basically winging it here. I kind of do realize where I went wrong, so next time I make something like this, I will try a different way or a different technique of doing it. And I didn't realize that hot glue will not stick to the metal wire. So I ended up using these zip ties to connect everything together, and it did the trick. I definitely did take some extra materials that weren't really needed to make this project. But, you know, in any case, I still wanted to show you what I did here because it ended up coming out really cute. And I only spent $6.25 in added materials. I know that I'm not calculating the cost of the materials that I already had on hand, but in retrospect, usually when you craft things like this, you already do have things on hand. So it's a good way to recycle and repurpose the materials that you already have. But in any case, I just started cutting up all of these flowers, and I was able to use the hot glue to connect them to the other plastic pieces that are surrounding the leaves, just to make sure that they're extra secure, because at the end you are still using the zip ties to hold everything in place. After I got everything arranged just the way I liked it, all I had to do was fill in the gaps. So with the Dollar Tree leaves that came in the package, I just started gluing them together and then gluing them onto the leaves, just to fill in any gaps and make sure that none of the wire was showing. And then I just went on in from there, adding any accent pieces with any leftover supplies that I have that I thought would make it look really cute. Now I'm gonna say that when I get to the scarecrow, I didn't realize where I placed him. So he is facing downwards, and my friend Crystal asked me why he was sleeping on the job. I wouldn't necessarily say that he was sleeping on the job. I would say that maybe he's off duty and he's taking a nap in the leaves.
I wanna kick back, relax and watch all the clouds escape, meet the stars and hear the waves crash to the beat of her heart. There's no one else around but her and me.
I got these floating shelves from the Dollar Tree. It came with a pack of nails and anchors, but I'm only going to be using the nails because these are only going to be up here temporarily, and I'm not putting very much weight on them, so I'm not going to worry about putting the anchors on them, and see where this takes me.
There's nowhere on this earth I'd rather
I finally made it into my kitchen. I'm almost done putting everything up and it's all coming in together very nicely. I'm really loving all of these colors mixed together. It's hard to believe, but when I was younger, I never really appreciated the beauty of these colors of yellow and orange. But as I got older, the more and more they grew on me, and I was able to embrace the essence of autumn. All of the scents of cinnamon and pumpkin with hints of vanilla, it just all makes the house feel so much more inviting. Okay, so I only have a few more touches to complete the kitchen area, and then I have 2 more DIY ideas for you.
Sing it with me. But I never wanna leave this place. Wanna call it home. Gonna call it home. Maybe these will be those better days, and they feel like home. Yeah, you feel like home.
I was debating between these 2 wooden square planks. I went with the regular standard one because I thought that it would look simple and nice. I'm kind of glad that I chose that one. And then I just took off the beads. Remember, I repurposed those beads in that planter that I made with the candles. And then I just made a box out of it, but I only did the 4 sides. So the bottom, I'm going to create another box. But don't forget to hot glue the inside seams because that really does help secure the wood together so that it stays in place better. To make the bottom, I just measured 2 of these planks to cover the bottom. It is going to kind of look a little wonky, but don't worry, it's not going to matter. That part's not going to be seen. If you have a better way of creating the bottom part of this box, then I suggest doing it your way. But I was just trying to use some leftover scraps that I had left over, and all I had left was just these 2 wooden planks. I didn't really have any inspiration for this one either. This one just kind of jumped out into my head when I was walking around Dollar Tree. And since I don't really have a green thumb, I really wanted to be able to have some plants around the house just to really liven up the area since it is the season for it. So I can't really compare cost when it came to making this one. I can't even remotely find something similar to what I made online. And I won't necessarily say that this is a cheap project because it really isn't. But I really love the way this came out, and I can't wait to use it again for future projects since I can customize this however I want in the future. So when I break down the cost, it is a whopping $30 in supplies, not including what I had on hand. Each and every one of those flowers or leaves were $1.25 a piece, and that's pretty steep on price when you add them up. But based on the candle holder centerpiece that I found at Home Depot for $64, I could only imagine how much this would go for if it was professionally made and you were to try to buy it online or in stores, how much it would actually cost you. Because I don't think no matter where you go, it's going to be a cheap project to make. So this is definitely one of the higher priced projects for all of my decor.
From when I was 16, I wanted all that I had. Tell me, when did it change, or where'd we go? Now in the mirror I see someone I don't wanna be. Tell me, could we turn back? Oh, please don't go. Stop, breathe, wait a little longer. We be getting stronger. Stop, breathe for me. All I want is you in front of me. I could have another, but you're always gonna be my own. All I want is you, my everything. I don't need another, 'cause you're always gonna be my own. Oh. Oh.
one is actually one that I had already done last year, and it turned out great, but taking it out of storage, it broke and it just doesn't look the same as it did last year. So I'm gonna try to redo this one and make it look like new again. So I really like this basket. If you didn't see last year's DIYs, this was actually at Dollar General, and then everything else I believe I got from Dollar Tree. If I didn't get from Dollar Tree, I did get it from Dollar General. I generally just shop at those two places. And then I made this, okay, finally. But I want to replace it because, well, for one, it's falling apart and it's broken. And two, it's a little too big. So I went back to the Dollar Tree and I happened to find this one. I thought it was super cute and I thought it would match. I swear this was not there when I went back a couple of days ago. I think they stocked some more stuff out. So I'm gonna pull out all this moss. I pulled out all the flowers because I'm basically gonna start all over again, because it looks like even the bags that I had down below were pulled out. But I'm generally gonna be using the same stuff to repack this with and my new little pick. I think that's so cute. Okay, let's go ahead and get started.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I could have totally done more things with this basket. In fact, I have a couple of ideas that I'm going to attempt to do next year, but I was just trying to keep this budget friendly. So I repurposed this DIY to look similar to what I did last year. I know this is more of a harvest basket for pumpkins or apples or something, but my brain just went to flowers. So let's just imagine that I plucked these from a field somewhere and took them home to display them. Maybe there's a planter and a plate underneath the moss so that I'm able to water them. I don't know, but I still love this DIY, even if it doesn't really make too much sense. And since I had most of the supplies on hand, I only used 6 new items. So basically, I only spent $7.50 in added materials to make it.
All I want is you in front of me. I don't need another, 'cause you're always gonna be my home.
So that's everything that I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching up to this point. You're the real survivors to all of my chaos. I'm still new to crafts and most of my inspiration is from others, ideas via Pinterest and Google. That's how I learned how to bake. So eventually crafting will come naturally to me. But thank you so much for coming on this journey with me. I love you lots and I will see you next time. Bye guys.
Call it home. I'm gonna call it home. Maybe these will be those better days, and they feel like home. Yeah, you feel like home. I love the way she lets her head down when the wind blows her hair all around me. She knows I surrender to the way she glows, and I can't stop thinking about just how perfect this all turned out. No other word but free. Sing it with